Hello Dan, how are you?
Very well, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Dan.
It's been a while. So InSkin, as you may or may not know, are launching an Australian office in the next couple of weeks, based in Sydney. I've got Steve Doyle here, who hopefully can tell us why they've picked Australia as the next place to launch InSkin.
Okay, so we're a European business that started in London and quickly moved out into other markets in Germany and Europe, but we established that the Asian and Australian markets in particular are of interest because we don't feel that there is people doing high impact rich media units particularly progressively in those markets, and we view it as a big opportunity for us.
Traditionally we're talking in digital,
yep.
A lot of people talk about desktop and mobile. Where are you seeing the desktop and mobile? I know that lots of people obviously, especially in Australia, consuming mobile in high quantities. How is InSkin preparing itself for that kind of?
So we work in desktop, and 30% of our business runs on tablets. So we're doing a lot of stuff in tablets. At the moment, we took an early decision on engineering our creatives with HTML5 instead of just Flash, which proved to be a wise decision sort of 3 or 4 years ago. I think with the way that the market's developing now, there's a lot of usage in mobile, but there's a real challenge with smaller devices of how do you execute rich media campaigns that deliver real branding measurements to clients on a smartphone. So in Europe, we only advertise on desktop and tablet, but in Asia, where there isn't so much of a tablet market, we've started to experiment with smartphone. And it's a word that's not particularly popular at InSkin Towers, but what we would describe as a phablet. So over 7 inches in diameter, if you like, as a sort of guide to having a screen that's large enough where you can have an interactive experience with a brand that isn't going to shrink the content or diminish the user experience in any way. And I think that's one of the big challenges with mobile, is how you execute brand campaigns without diluting the user experience.
So, what kind of publishers are you getting talking to at the moment?
So, our network in the UK and our business has been worked very much on the premium end because it's a brand advertising solution, so therefore environment is key to the way that our sales teams anywhere in the world will be pitching this to media agencies. So our publisher stable will always be premium, and when we talk about premium, my personal definition of that is the online properties of well-known offline brands. So we're talking newspapers, broadcasters, magazines. That's where we do a lot of our trade and run a lot of our advertising, and that won't be any different in Australia. So we'll be after the big publishers in Australia with the big reach and the high-value environments that brands want to advertise around. We are live in Australia. We have run campaigns already. We've run 3 or 4 test campaigns with various media agencies, and we've added 2 sales staff recently, both of whom starting in mid-July, so that will then increase our presence to 3 full-time staff in Sydney.
Great. Well, that's Steve Doyle, InSkin. Thanks for your time, Steve.
Thanks very much for having me, Dan. Enjoy Cannes.